Okay, here's a harbor violin. I have not worked on this in decades. And the only thing I ever did to it was reset the neck. After it had been broken out of the body of the instrument twice by students. This was a student instrument. I managed to put everything back together, glue everything back in place, and it has never budged since then. But I don't think the neck has changed or moved at all, except for one thing. I think that when I had it, when I was making the repairs on it, this was already a done deal. I measured the height of the fingerboard above the sound plate. That's the top of the instrument. It's supposed to be 3/4 of an inch. That's no 3/4 of an inch. It's like 3/16 of an inch too shallow. In other words, it comes up. I don't know what I don't remember. It would be like 5/8 and 5/8 and another 16th or something like that. And yeah, and so the height of the fingerboard and the height of the bridge both are compromised. So this is a very shallow bridge, and shallow fingerboard. It functions fine, but I'm wondering if that's part of the sacrifice of the sound. That this is one of the reasons why the sound is nowhere near as punchy or as solid as the other two instruments. My German Strad is all there. I mean, it's got all the everything is in place. The heights are correct, all that kind of thing. This is not. And so I'm wondering if this height of the fingerboard has something to do with this. Anyway, what I plan to do is go ahead and take this all apart, clean it, reset the sound post, probably use the same strings. These are dominants. I checked. These are old dominant strings, but recheck the sound after we reset the sound post and just see what we get. I really don't want to put a lot of effort into this, but this thing needs a chance, and I want to do as much as I can and see if we can't get some strength of tone back into it. So, welcome back to another bench project, guys. Let's see where this goes. Okay, now I've caught some comments before about using steel wool. Keep in mind here, I do not use coarse steel wool at all, and I know it's very unorthodox, but all I'm using is this extremely, very, very, very fine steel wool, and I put no, and I mean zero, pressure down on the top of the instrument when I'm doing this. What's going on is that I'm, by having just the being there, and spreading the violin cleaner that I make, this Wake violin cleaner, and just by using that as just moving it over the top of the instrument, what's happening is that it is spreading that with just the slightest bit of but there's no pressure at all going down on the and I've never had it come anywhere close to taking any finish off at all. So I mean, hey, I know. All I can say is I've been doing this for a lot of years, and I've never had anything but incredible results with it, with the Wake violin polish, and it's already making a big difference. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's definitely worth doing. Okay, so we're going to use a little bit more. Again, the emphasis here is on the violin cleaner that I'm using and the non-pressure, as it were. And here under the chin rest, you see, got some crud build-up. I'm just doing one section at a time. Okay. And I'll probably do many applications over each section. But ultimately what's happening here is there's a lot of crud coming off this instrument. I don't know if you can see the change right down here in this section right here compared to that. Yeah, I mean, it's making a difference. I don't know if you can hear my Antonio Vivaldi radio back there. I love it, I love it. By the way,
how do you make an Airbnb at Vrbo? Picture a vacation rental. Now,
you can tell I have the free version of it because it's going to be doing commercials back there.
Make it a Vrbo.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Wow. This has needed to be done for a long time. Can't believe it. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. Everything up to right about there. Yeah. Anyway. I can't get the pitch just right where you can see it. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. Okay. So I've done everything up to the sound, up to the fingerboard at this point, and boy, that made a big difference. I don't know if you can see. Let's go back up a little here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're gonna turn this around and be able to work right here on this end. This cell phone camera set up in that, and where it is permanently, kind of semi-permanently, to be able to catch all this is not going to give the best view as we turn this violin around like this. Okay. Yeah, you probably can't tell anything by that. All right. I'll tell you what, when I get done with this section in a minute, I'm going to take the camera out and use the camera right over the top of this so you can see it more clearly. The difference between your G string side and your E string side is profound. I mean, you cannot believe G string side, because there's no hand action over here, you know, and this varnish is pretty much all intact and quite good. Okay, all right, we're good. Let me go over the ribs here real quick. There are no openings on this instrument, by the way. I've looked it all over, and everything is nicely glued up. There's no place where you're needing to be worried about that. Now here, I take it back. We've got one right here, and I'm gonna have to glue that up. Okay, well, there it is. Let's live and learn. I don't know if you can. No, you can't. Gonna be able to see that right here. There's an opening. That means I've got to get out the glue pot anyway. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and finish cleaning it, and we'll mess around with the glue pot on episode number 2 as far as this instrument is concerned. And I'll just do a little bit of a finish cleaning, and then we'll get out the glue pot and fix that little boo-boo. Here we have a top view with a light so that you can see what we're doing in terms of the amount of stuff that's come off, the cleaning that's going on. Here, I want you to see this. That is so dull right there, and somebody used this instrument that had their hand over this a lot. It would appear to be. And then, of course, we've got this little situation right here That is very clearly an open bout, and actually the two things correspond. That this is where the hand came up over. Somebody used this instrument a lot. There was no tag in it, and that's a sad thing when you get an instrument that has been played a lot, but there's no tag to tell you where it came from or how old it is or who made it. Yeah, that's a too bad situation. Well, guys, I don't know if you can see that, but I just moved that back significantly. Now, I've put the bridge back in place just about exactly where it should be when the strings are up. But between my sound post setter and my old kitchen knife, that is just gorgeous. That is almost a full 1/4 inch back behind that the E string foot of the bridge. And boy, that is way back, both top and bottom. By the way, it is it's scarily loose in there, but it slid back just perfect without going down, and that's good. And by the way, I also looked in through the top of this F hole here, and it is just right directly behind, right behind the foot. Behind as in lined up with, not behind. I mean, it is a full 1/4 inch back, but it is directly behind and back from the foot of the bridge. So, yeah, at this point, I think we're ready to go ahead and put new strings on this and just see where it's at. See where it's at. I may try to do a little more cleaning. It's kind of scary now that everything's been moved in there with the sound post. I'm afraid of bumping it in any way, shape, or form and have that sound post go down. But anyway, as of right now, that's looking pretty good. Pretty stinking good. I mean, that's just almost a full 1/4 inch back. Looking good. Okay, sound post. By the way, we're after lunchtime now. The sound post has been removed, and well, not removed. The sound post has been moved, I should say, and everything is really nicely positioned now. So to increase the volume and the balance the sound, I think we're good to go. But what we're going to do right now, we've got to clean this where this has got to be glued, and this is where the opening is. And it's perfect. I mean, I've got these little fingerboard files, little sandpaper deals. Perfect. It gets right in there. And matter of fact, I'm going to open up just slightly to get in there because there's some crud in there. Keep in mind here, when somebody who plays a lot has a hand right here, and especially in the second or third position. I don't know my positions because all I play is first. Okay, but when they're doing that, there's a lot of sweat that gets in there, and I can see. It almost looks like I don't know what you want to call it. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to just get a piece of sandpaper to do this. Anyway, it almost looks like corrosion. From sweat or something getting into there. Okay. I'll be right back. I need a piece of sandpaper, just straight up sandpaper instead of that fingerboard stick. Got it. Back already. This should do it right here. Here we go with one layer. One layer will do it. That bout is really open all the way back to right about here. I don't know if you can see that. And it needs to be cleaned out so okay, there we go. But I'm doing this for both top and bottom. Randy, get in there carefully. There we go. Oh yeah, that did it. That did it. Boy, that cleaned all the crap right out of that slot. Okay, Next thing, I'm going to put you guys on hold, and I'm going to go get my glue pot and set it up. And the next thing you know, you'll be right back with me. I'll be probably 20 minutes, but you won't take you any time at all. Okay, finally, probably about an hour after the last time I told you, we're about ready. Got the glue ready, nice and hot. And this is not fresh. Just keep in mind here, we're doing the top. We want thin 50% cut glue. That's about it right there. That's about all it needs. I'm going to go ahead and put my regular, let's go ahead and clean that just a little bit with a sponge. Go ahead and get my first regular violin clamp on it. All right, that's that. Now, I still haven't found my other clamps, but this is going to work. This has got very soft rubber pads, and this will be just like that. And we're good. That is solid as a rock. And just let that set up. We're going to be fine. Some water on a sponge, just clean up the excess. Be good. Let that all harden up. We are good. We're great. Okay, guys. That'll do it for the Harbor violin for the re-gluing. I've looked at it all over, and I don't see any place else on here where there's a problem. Everything else seems good and solid. I said it last time, and then I turned the instrument over and looked up here on that upper E string bout, and voila, there's a wide open for the top had come undone. So, all right, guys, that's it. We're gonna let it stand right there, and when we're all done, then we will commence with putting the bridge back up, the strings, and I'm looking inside of here. And yes, thankfully, the sound post is not only still up, but it's still perfectly in position where I left it. And that is really good, because that's hopefully gonna really open up this instrument to have a little more sound, a little better quality of sound. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Well, guys, here is the completely reworked Harbor violin. Stripped it right down. In other words, took everything off, threw away the old strings, completely cleaned it, went inside and reset that sound post considerably. You remember what we said about this instrument, that it was anemic, very weak, lacking in tone. Well, I'll let you be the judge. But after completely resetting the sound post to back where it's supposed to be, when I started, it basically had the same problem my German Strat had. That sound post is basically almost right up behind the E string foot of the bridge, and that just chokes a lot of sound. And so by moving it back, and I'm now back almost a full quarter of an inch. In other words, and that's a lot. Not only is it back, but it is also directly behind, and as in, toward the back of directly behind the E string foot of the bridge. So anyway, all in all, with everything reworked and brand new strings on it, brand new dominants, not bad compared to the way it was. Yeah, this has a right to kind of speak its own voice without me belittling it like I have every time we've ever talked about these three instruments. So, yeah, I'm going to keep playing it a bit, And I'll be going back to my German Strat. I still love it. That's still my instrument of choice. But this is kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Well, guys, a whole lot of work went into this old Harbor violin today. And I basically actually took a day off and pretty much did nothing but this. And really proud of what I'd done. It's looking better, sounding better, and is a lot healthier than it was. Yeah, a lot. And after everything is done, the old strings literally just got thrown away. The sound post is the main thing, really, and brand new strings and cleaning, and yeah, it's and gluing. I forgot that right there. Big old open bout. So yeah. Yeah, that was worth some time, and thank goodness for the old glue pot. That got some good use today. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this one.